why you always tired and craving sugar. And let me tell you something, it's not a lack of discipline, and it's not your biology. It's none of that. It's way deeper. It's way deeper. And if this is for you, and you're an entrepreneur man, manager, director, and you crash around 2 to 4 p.m., you know it yourself, you wake up in the morning, you have a coffee, you have some breakfast, you go to your job, or you go to your office, or maybe you don't have breakfast, depending on what diet you're actually on. I would say don't be on a diet that's not designed for you individual. You go to the office, and then around 12, 1, you have lunch, and then you have that crash around 2, between 2 and 4 p.m., where you then just have a complete crash. Your insulin is spiking because of the food that you eat before. You're tired, you don't feel energized anymore, and you don't have the capacity long-term to perform as a high performer man. Yes, you need coffee to function. You crave sugar at night, especially when you do intermittent fasting or you fast during the day. And then you come at home and you have all these temptations anyway at the office where you actually feel like eating something, but you can't. But you have these temptations. Then when you're finally home, especially when you have kids around that eat candies, what's normal, you start having craving, you start having your sugar addiction starts to come out. You start to snack. You can't wait anymore to eat something. You're overeating. And what happens is then you start gaining weight. And all the fasting that you did before is now for nothing. Because now, again, as we know, you need to be in a calorie deficit. And you're not in a calorie deficit if you're overeating, especially at night where your body and your metabolism is way slower than when you do during the day, when you start working, when you have conferences, when you have meetings, when you do something, when you actually move or at least burn calories. Yes, you wake up tired the next day because, of course, the protein you eat, the food that you eat is not optimized for you to perform. It slows you down. You know it yourself. You eat something, you eat a pizza at night, or you eat bad the whole time. You wake up the next day and you feel bloated. You feel tired. You don't feel optimized. You're actually not the person that you want to be long term when it comes to your energy level, when it comes to your physical health, when it comes to being sharp, being a specimen of a man long term. Now, I can tell you, you're not alone. You're just out of balance. Now, it's not about willpower. Willpower is not a problem. I need to, I want to, because if you didn't have willpower, you didn't, I would say, be in a position that you're actually in. You didn't be an entrepreneur, you didn't be the manager somewhere, you didn't be self-employed, you didn't be the director of the company. You will have none of that. It's about your blood sugar. It's a hormone problem. You don't have structure. You need to have alternatives when you eat something and have little changes based on what you eat right now to change your food intake and feel better and long-term also maintain it. If I tell you right now, and this is what the doctors do, a lot of personal trainers do too, they give you a plan. You do that plan for 2 weeks and then it's not fitting you. It doesn't fit you personally. It doesn't fit you the way you work. It doesn't fit your body composition. It doesn't fit your mentality. It doesn't fit what you do. Some people like breakfast. Some people don't. Some people like to eat at 12. Some people don't eat like 12. You need to analyze that. And if you have something where you just comply basically to the plan and it's not fitting your personal routine, you will fail. And guess what? You will gain more weight than you actually did before because now all the things you couldn't eat, let's say the doctor say eat less. Now you have cravings at night and then you start, when we go back to point 2, have cravings, eat at night and gain all the way back. It's a hormone problem. You need to make sure that, yes, let's go to the doctor, check your blood pressure, check your insulin spikes, check your sugar intake, get all that. And based on that, then make a plan. Then make something for you individual and not just only, okay, eat less because this is not for you design. You need to specialize on your needs, personally tailor on what you do daily and how to perform long-term for you as a high performer. Really important. Now, the real problem is your body is actually stuck in a cycle. It's the typical, you have cravings, you want sugar, then you repeat the cycle because there is a lot of things in that food that you want to eat more. If you put right now chocolate in front of my face on the table and I eat one piece, after that, the whole tray of chocolate is gone because there is also sweetness, saltness in there. that craves your body and want more and more of it. It's designed. It's like you can compare it to social media. If you start scrolling, you start scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, you can't stop anymore. It's designed for you to almost be, to be addicted, to be enslaved with sugar. If you look in the morning, when you see what they give kids, it's based so they eat the chocolate. It's based so they have the frosty flakes and whatever they eat. So they keep consuming all the sugary food. And it's the same with a lot of food that you eat right now. You repeat the cycle, your blood sugar spikes, it goes up, and then you have the crash go down at 2 or 4 p.m., what I just discussed before. And then long term, you don't have actually the results that you want. And then you repeat it again because at the same time, the same minute at night, you want your snack, your sugary snack again. Depends on what you eat. Some eat chips, some eat some chocolate, some have some cake, some have some drinks that actually have high calories. Your body have that cycle, and all the time you get stuck in the same cycle, you don't lose weight. Now, also, if you say, okay, I'm gonna step out of this cycle right now, and I'm gonna fast, and I get some plan from my personal trainer, what happens then is you start craving, you go back to your old self after a while, and then you start having cravings, repeat the cycle, spike, and a crash happens again, and you don't have the results that you actually want. So that's also why you're always tired. You have a cycle where your body craves sugar, and you need to also eliminate that a lot. To your body is actually, you can control it. You can control your insulin spikes, your dopamine kicks, your sugar intake. And I can show you exactly how to do that. I show my clients inside the Perfect Day program how to control their sugar intake, not sacrifice it because you also want to be a normal person. You go on business gatherings, have a wine, have a beer, go to McDonald's, go to Pizza Hut, or have some breakfast with some high calories, have some beans, have some sausages, have some whatever is fatty food. You just want to have that too, cake, whatever you want to have. That's normal. But I show you actually how to control it. So when you eat something, you don't get into the cycle where you're then out of control. So that's really, really, really important. Really important. This is actually why you're always tired. This is the most important part. You have sugar cravings, you repeat the cycle, your insulin spikes, and then the crash comes at 2 or 4 p.m. Between that, during the day where you then have no energy and you feel tired, and even the next day you feel tired, not yourself. Why you have actually sugar cravings? Why you crave sugar? As I said before, there is a lot of sweetness and sugar in the food itself that make it addictive. If you, for example, eat some high protein, after that you're full because there's no extra sweetness in there. You're full, you're satisfied. If you eat cookies, if you eat spaghetti, if you eat some, depends on what rice you eat, you want more. Your body feels having cravings and want more because there's sweetness in there, there's saltness in there, there's sugar in there that your body wants more. It's like a drug addict. He takes drugs one time, the body wants more. Yes. Your brain wants instant relief. Your body wants quick energy, quick dopamine kick. That's what I mean. Quick energy. Okay, do something real quick. I feel tired. Let's eat something real quick. Let's have a chocolate. Let's have some sugary food. Let's have some sugary snacks. And then the next day, you can't stop eating it because your body has cravings. Sugar feels good short term. You're like, oh, nice. Eat that donut. Oh, it feels so good to eat that donut. But you don't know. Days pass by. You eat a donut every day. And on the scale, you gain 10 kilograms in what? 3 months, 2 months. During Christmas, you see it happen. You're like, okay, I lost all the weight. Now during Christmas, and in January, you're fat again. You're belly fat again. And you're like, okay, why is that? Because every day, constantly, you eat the same sugary food. You don't want to have that. Yes. And the cycle keeps going. It's a cycle that keeps going because cravings, your addiction to sugar can't stop. And it's not your fault. Don't get me wrong here. It's not your fault. It's the sweetness, it's the salt, it's your brain that wants to have constant sugar. But if you can control it and say, okay, I feel to have some sugary food right now, I can have an alternative. So I have some sugary intake, but I still have some healthy food and less calories. Then you're on the right track. And that's what I show also. What food can I eat? What snacks can I eat that also feel sweet, but has less calories and not addicted as some cake, donuts, cookies, or whatever you eat right now. Yes. It's survival. It's not weakness. You're not weak. Really important. And this is the biggest lie right now. What's going on? You think you can discipline. Everybody knows, okay, or knows that person, or knows the trainer, or you hear it on the Instagram, or you hear it on Facebook, or you hear it on YouTube, or you see it in the news. Oh, you need discipline. You need to be in the gym. You need to do endless push-ups. You need to go do extra sit-ups. You need that personal trainer. No, you don't need that. You just need alternatives. You just need a little change in what you do right now. If you work with me, I don't change your life in a way that you tell you, okay, eat salad all the time. No, I look and analyze what you eat right now. I give you alternatives. Then we have the perfect day program where we implement specific days where you eat healthy. So you feel yourself how it feels to feel long-term to eat healthy and feel good compared to your non-perfect days. And you start analyzing yourself, you start understanding, actually, I do better on my perfect days. Now I can also implement in my worse or non-perfect days something from my perfect day because it feels so good. You don't need more discipline. And the truth is, you need a strategy, not more willpower. I'll show you exactly which strategy. The perfect day program helps you not only short-term lose weight, but long-term maintain it for the rest of your life. You don't have yo-yo effects anymore. You don't feel like you've been on a diet. You still can participate in business gatherings. You still can participate in the same things that you do right now. You need a strategy. Strategy and structure, not more willpower. So if somebody says you need more willpower, yes, go to the gym. Make sure that you prepare your food and only eat salads, and make sure that you count calories and wear Apple Watch and your heart rate. No, that's not what you need to do. You don't need more discipline. You're already disciplined. You're already made the right decisions in your life. Otherwise, you're not in the position that you are right now. You're not the high achiever that you are right now. The only thing what's missing right now is the last situant for you to be in that category of a high performer physically. You're charismatic, you know about money, you have actually a business that's running, or you're in a high position, a director or your manager or whatever, self-employed. But now your body composition is zero. You need all the three situants. You need to be charismatic, you need to make money, you need to run a business. Both are together. And you need to, of course, be in physical capable shape. It's not acceptable anymore for you right now to be out of shape. Not for you, and also not for your family members that need the best version of you. But what actually works? Eat real, whole foods, protein in every meal, stabilize your blood sugar. But I mean, if you eat protein, your blood sugar automatically stabilizes, right? But right now, what you do is you go to the doctor, blood sugar, insulin spike. It's not good. You think, okay, we need to do some sport, stress. No, you just need to change little things in your food intake that drop your blood sugar, and you get more stabilizing in your blood sugar and more control. Sleep and manage stress. Now, manage stress is something that is mental, that is internal. But sleep, you definitely can improve by eating healthy. When you start eating more clean, your sleep gets better too. When you focus on eating clean, you sleep better too. So fix your foundation, and then fat loss becomes easy. And if you still don't know how to do it long term, click on the link below, fill out the free application, and it will help you long term lose weight, maintain your weight, and make sure your sugar cravings will get low. You will not get addicted, but still don't have to sacrifice. Go on www.julianvanmeiden.com or click on the link below.